So this is Calista, 8-year-old mare. We're going to just run through some of the conformation observations that we have with Calista. So we've done a measurement, but the initial observation is she's slightly lower on a left foot, a bigger foot, rounder foot, and more upright and narrower on the left foot. She's got a slightly offset knee, so slightly over on the radius, ever so slightly, and she looks a little more upright in the pastern on the left, which would correspond with the hoof wall angle as well. So she's lower hoof wall angle on the left. Loading the medial heel, you see the coronary band slant towards the medial as well. Been well shod. She needs shoeing, so we're not going to judge how well or what opinion of the shoeing. You know, she needs shoeing. She's lost some support on the medial side. So we'll go to her upper body now, because we know we've got a hoof difference. We know we've got a bigger foot on the right and a smaller foot on the left. So it's really important now to look at the other elements of her build. So we're looking at Calista's conformation, high in the shoulders, taking the fact that she's got a lower right front, so it's a bigger foot, flatter, lower heels, more upright on the left. So you can see that shoulder difference. Again, it relates to a conformation. So what happens on the ground sometimes is influenced by asymmetry of the horse, and it's really important to note that and take that into account as well. Can we do anything about that? It's probably developmental from a very young age, but that could be why we see the foot difference in the two fronts. So looking at the left front on Calista, we've got what we call a sheared heel. So sometimes abnormal load can shear the two heels. So we see this movement of the heels here. Medial lateral imbalance. Yeah, we'd like to see a little more support medially. She's been nicely shod, got nice breakover throughout, but I think we'd like to see her shod further back with a little more support, and on the breakover point brought further back as well on the left front. So again, right front, we've looked at the measurement, we're looking at the foot balance, so we have a medial lateral imbalance as well. Again, medial heel, I think needing more support from the shoe. It's quite tight here. Horse needs shoeing. Maybe a little more support back from the heels, and again, the breakover point. Look at these distances here as well from the frog to the lateral toe. So you've got a much greater distance on the lateral toe to the toenail. This is an important point to consider as well, because her measurement shows us that she's loading medially. It could be that this length from here to here is tilting her over to the medial heel, and we want to try and look at that and give a better balance, a bit more heel support, and encourage the breakover. So now we're going to talk about Calista. Lovely horse. She was just shod in front, 8-year-old mare. She presented really nicely, good feet, end of the shoeing cycle, needed shoeing. We noticed apparent imbalances, so conformationally when we assessed Calista, we discussed some changes that we would simplify the approach. We measured Calista with Hoofbeat, analysed the data. It was clear that she was landing medial heel on the right front, but the landings weren't long, so there were short landing times, but there was very definite medial heel landing. We felt a simple approach of balancing the feet, giving a sympathetic breakover, so attention to breakover, attention to support, and giving a medial support was going to help that. Consequently, the measurement afterwards, we felt that we hadn't achieved all that we wanted to. So Calista was a little surprise. So maybe this is a message for us that it's not all achievable in one day. So yeah, we were slightly disappointed that this simple approach wasn't going to give us all that we wanted, but we're going to follow up with Calista, and we don't think that we're going to change the medial heel landing, and we knew that from the beginning. We didn't think that would change, but as the landings were short, then we weren't very concerned about that. But yeah, good job again. Real nice shoeing job, and she was a beautiful horse to work on, sound. So we didn't need to change an awful lot. So over to you, Bernie.
Oh yeah, all words are spoken. Sometimes the result is not what you hope for, and the follow-up can give you new insight from how the horse is developing the next time in the next shoeing interval. So yeah, sometimes is, and that is also a result we can have. Yeah, thank you.